Hey, g'day viewers. I'm back on the Fairlane again. This is a job I've been putting off for 2 years because it's an absolute freaking hassle. It's come to the crunch now. I'm taking it in 3 days' time to get the air conditioning, get some new seals and get it gassed up again. And I've had an issue with the heater box, as I said, for 2 years now. And because I have to disconnect the air conditioning to get the heater out, I have to do it now. So, and I've left it till the last minute as usual. But you'll see why I've been avoiding this job. It's an absolute pain. Anyway, what I'm going to do, I was going to wait till I got the dash out, but I want to run through a few things because I have memory issues, so I'm going to run through it now before I forget half the details. Right, very first thing, disconnect your battery, disconnect the earth off your battery. And you do this with any, should do it with any car, but especially one that's running the computer, because if you short something out or you get surges, you can burn your computer out. So, given this is a 90s model car, if you've got the original stereo, you may want to check that it's not a coded stereo. Most of these era ones had coded stereos. So you want to access the code first or know how to put it back in, or there is a way where you can hook a battery to your stereo before you take it out so that you don't lose the code. But anyway, mine's got an aftermarket stereo anyway, so that doesn't make any difference to me. Right, now first thing, take out your floor mats because they're going to get in your way. Alright, next thing has to come out. Alright, is the glove box. I've already taken it out, but you just grab either side, and I've only got one hand, but you use two hands. They hook into these little pieces here, so you just grab them on either side, you squeeze them in a bit, it'll drop down and then it'll just pull out. That's real easy. Okay, console. Take you around to the console. That's a pull-out panel. Oh, no, actually it's got 2 screws in the top. That's not in your console, it's in your dash, but I'll show you that. 2 screws and it clips out. Okay, in your console, this top panel, undo your gear knob, and there's a nut underneath it. Hold the nut, turn the gear knob, wind that right off, and then take the nut itself off. It'll be a nut with a cone-shaped cap attaches with it. They're back on there at the moment. They're back on there for a reason, because you've got a rod sticking out, and when you're fiddling around, you could poke your eye out real easy. So that's the knob's screwed back on there just for my own safety. So once you've got your gear knob off, right, you just get a little screwdriver, knife, something like that. Try not to damage it. That one pops out, and you've got 2 screws in here. You've got 2 screws down the bottom of this one, attached to the floor. You've got 2 screws here. Take that off. That gets out your window winder panel. And there's also a wire. There's a push clip in the back of it. Bit difficult to get to. Push that out. Right, and then take that out. That's in the back there. That's this panel here I'm referring to. And these things fail, and this one was failed, and you can pull it apart. Just be real careful. There's springs and pins and things inside it. I forget how I got it apart. But anyway, just, oh yeah, it's on this side where those square things, they're clips. You just get a screwdriver under there, take it apart, careful, you know, do it in a big box so you don't lose any bits that might fall out of it. And yeah, clean the contacts and it'll work again. Right, down in the bottom here, underneath the mat, you got 2 screws at the back. Take them out, slide your seats all the way forward, you got 2 more screws down the bottom. Right, and then once all that's done, pull your gear shift back into low and just slide the whole thing forward. Comes out real easy. Alright, the dash cover. It's a bit of a pain. There's a wire in there. It also has a clip which hooks into it. Yeah, difficult to get to. Difficult you get your finger on the clip. Once you get the clip pulled in, it comes out real easy. But there's, in here, on either side, you got 2 Allen key screws. Take them out. The other side, lift it up, pull your wire out, and then you just pull it back from the windscreen. It's better to actually stand outside the car because then you can see what you're doing with the screw. So stand outside the car, look through the window, and you'll be able to get your own key in there, undo it. Right, so that's all that taken out there. If I don't move that, I'm going to shut the door on that and break it. Got a pet hate for plastic parts, they break real easy. Okay, next thing you do, undo the 2 front screws on here, so just enough so it can move. Then you've got 2 clips. These go in there, one down here on both sides. You just get screwed under it, pop them out, and then you can pull your panels off. And you have to pull them off because under here there's one of the main bolts. Yeah, 10mm head, 6mm bolt, one on either side. That's yeah, 2 of your main dash mounts. There's another 2 under here. And these are a specialty bolt. They got a long shaft sort of dowel on them. There's another one over there. Okay, now it's another thing that becomes difficult. This is a pain. Your handbrake. You have to disconnect your handbrake from the dash. Right, there's a 13mm nut there, and there's 2 13mm nuts on the floor. You have to have that so it can drop down the floor. Obviously release it first. Oh, before you can actually take it out to you, there's a panel that comes off. Got 2 screws in it. Undid 2 screws, pull that out. Right, and then yeah, take that nut off, and then there's 2 nuts down there. Unfortunately, they're underneath the mat, so you can't get to them without pulling the mat back. And to pull the mat back, you have to remove the floor rest. And undoing the Phillips screws on top of the rubber only hold the rubber in. They don't achieve anything. You have to take, I undid the thing, and then yeah, you still can't access it. Like the rest sits on top of this bracket. But what I should have done is just undid the 2 10mm nuts that are on top of the bracket. But yeah, you have to move that. You have to take that off just so you can pull your carpet back to get to this other. There's another 2 13mm nuts down there. Right, while you're under there, and this is the other reason why you have to take your mat out and your side panel out. Right, you have to drop the steering column down. You can have a real big hassle trying to get the dash out or pull it back. You got to pull it back so you can access the wires and unplug all your wires, and your steering column gets in the way. Right, so I haven't unbolted it from under here yet. There's two bolts in there. There'll be 13mm as well under the steering column, but it will drop down with that still connected. However, first time I did that, there's a bush just in here, and the bush pops out. And then it puts pressure on your steering column and makes your steering heavy. So I've learnt it's far better to unbolt this plate. And these bolts aren't that easy to get to either. They're a bit of a hassle. But yeah, unbolt the plate first. And that way you don't dislodge your bush. Alright. So, what have we covered? We covered the 4 bottom bolts. As I said, I haven't unbolted this yet. I'm going to wait till I get all these other screws and things out till I'm actually ready to pull the dash out. Only because it just when it's in the seat, sitting there on the seat, it's just getting in the way. So, yeah, I'll get all these other bolts undone. Then I'll undo the steering column, pull it up a little bit and drop it on the seat. Get right out of the way. And yeah, these are the final ones. Okay, you've got screws because yeah, these have been broken and whatever. That's where the original screw used to go, and the mount was all broken. As I said, I have a pet hate for plastics. So I'll put another screw in, and it looks like that one's broken now as well. And it looks like I've already glued that back on. So it is attached. Yeah, okay. Alright, so yeah, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 screws across the top. There's 4 across the bottom, and then the whole dash will come out. You know, so soon after you drop your steering column down. Then after you've done that, you've got to sit there, reach over the top, disconnect all your wires, and then you can pull it out. And all this has to be done before you can remove the heater. And yeah, what an absolute pain. Now, if you've got a heater issue and you're a little bit mechanical, do all this first. Take your heater unit out, or take your heater unit out and take it in to get it fixed. Now, if you take this into a mechanic radiator repair or whatever, or an electrician, you're going to be up for $1,000 before they even get to the heater. Yeah, it's going to cost you $1,000 for them to do all this work to pull the dash out and everything just to access it. So, yeah, big hassle, but it's worth doing. And this is, yeah, the amount of time it takes you to do this. Like, I've already been at this 2 hours and I haven't got the thing out yet. You know, so, yeah. Anyway, I think I've covered everything. I will make a video on the heater, and there's a few issues with the heater. A couple that I've fixed already, but it's now got similar problems again with the ones that I hadn't fixed. Well, hopefully it's the ones I hadn't fixed, but might even be the ones that I fixed that didn't work or something, or broken again. But anyway, we'll find out when we get it off. Alright, well, leave it at that. And yeah, if you are having issues with your heater or your controls or anything behind the dash, stay tuned. There'll be another video sometime today or tonight on whatever issues I find with the heater. Okay, thanks for watching, and hit the like please. Bye.